John Vaughn, Huddle Inc. I'm the Senior Vice President of Marketing. Yeah, I am responsible for the marketing department, and we interact closely with a lot of the different business units here at Huddle, but primarily the marketing team's job is to support sales. And so we're supposed to make our sales team better in every way. You know, my definition of marketing is simply creating a relationship. It's about relationships. And so we're trying to consistently provide our sales guys with the best tools. That might be a proposal brief, it might be a proposal, it could be a product fact sheet, I could go on and on. We're trying to give them the right tools to build connections and build relationships with prospects and clients. So that's the core of what I do every day. Yeah, we're certainly outbound, which means our sales guys make a ton of cold calls. That's just the way business runs. We also do a ton of emails, as you might expect. We also have a website that generates some traffic and can generate prospects for us to follow up on. Something we've been trying a little bit over the past couple of months that's new to us is called inbound marketing, and that's where we're creating relevant content. It's sort of the law of attraction. We're trying to create content that our prospects and customers want to read and want to consume, and that sort of draws them to Huddle. And so the philosophy behind that is we're sponsoring content on LinkedIn with valuable stuff. Just today we posted a piece of content on LinkedIn. It was a free guide to reaching moms. That piece of content is still under review by LinkedIn. It'll probably go live tomorrow. And I'm targeting specific decision makers in industries that we want to reach. And once they see that content, they click on it. We expect about a 1 to 2% click-through rate. They'll get to a landing page where they can request the free guide. We expect about a 10% conversion rate there. As soon as they do it, bam, they're a qualified prospect. So inbound marketing is something we want to do more and more of. Yeah, one of the coolest things with inbounding, and we've just literally started this a couple months ago, so we celebrate very small wins, especially early on because it's new to our company. The first time we got a qualified lead who had requested one of the free pieces of information that we had provided, there was a great celebration. And so it was a company called CityMD. And so Beckett, who's one of our lead sales guys, is working through that lead now. We also had another big win a couple weeks ago. We had our first face-to-face meeting as a result of an inbound lead. So we're working through that one as well. I think I saw a stat like 33% of deals take about 7 months to get done, so it takes a little bit of time to sort of close some of those, but we're certainly on a good track to be able to do that. And then one other thing that I would mention here, and it relates to marketing's role with the sales team, is we're in a habit now of providing them with sort of what I'm calling email templates for our different products. So whether they're selling Huddle folders, high school ticket program, Make It Better, whatever it is, they have a system of emails that they can work through that are really structured around best practices. 100 words or less, plenty of white space, bullets, numbers, thought through subject lines, all those best practices, and we give them 8 different touch points. Typically it takes 8 to 12 touch points for a prospect to get back in touch with you. So we're trying to give them enough content to be able to get a prospect to get back in touch with them. But the thing that's really working with that is we're creating call to action buttons, which is just a visual embedded in an email that goes to a landing page that we've created. And I was just talking to the president of our company, Alex Yu, a couple of days ago, and he said that is really working well for him. He's getting a higher click-through rate now that he's dropping a call to action button inside the email, whereas before, 4 months ago and in the past, they would have never included a call to action button. So that's really generating a lot of interest and allowing our prospects to go deeper in the process to learn more about the products that our sales guys are pitching.
Good.
Huddle's a very relational company, and I think probably the best way for me to answer that question is to give you my experience. I was a marketing guy for a Fortune 500 company. I worked for Advance Auto Parts. It's a multi-billion-dollar company, 50,000 plus employees when I left 2.5 years ago. A lot of great things going on, but I had worked with Huddle as their client in the past, probably going back as far as 2003, off and on over that time period. And Huddle's reputation was amazing. Huddle had a reputation for being a company that was really high in character, high in integrity, and that was all based on the type of people they were hiring and the way they were interacting with their customers and conducting business. And I knew that was special. And when they called me one day, dropped me an email on a Saturday, I think it was actually a text message, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I want to talk to these guys because of who they were. So when you think about public relations, you think about relationships between Huddle and their clients. We're known as being a very relational company, and I think that's really helping us in the marketplace because it's different. It's different than most companies position themselves.
Well, that's all I have today, John. I want to thank you again for your time. This is Skylar Randolph signing off.